Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. Okay, we have a lot of ground to cover today because today we get to hear from the Duke of France in Act 1, Scene 1, but then we also need to finish Act 1, Scene 1 because tomorrow we get into Act 1, Scene 2. So, King Lear has disowned his youngest daughter Cordelia because she didn't play the game right, and he banished his oldest friend Kent because he stood up for Cordelia, and now has called the Duke of France and the Duke of Burgundy in front of him because they had both been vying for Cordelia's hand. So France and Burgundy come in, and King Lear says, okay, Burgundy, you were like number one choice of the two of you. So my daughter, by the way, has no dowry anymore, and I hate her. Do you still want her? And the Duke of Burgundy's like, what? And King Lear's like, you're taking too long. France, I'm not gonna burden you with my daughter who I hate. And France is like, wait a second, this is weird because you always loved her, like a lot. And Cordelia's like, excuse me, I would like to point out that the reason my father hates me is not because I'm a murderer or a slut or any of these things. I am an honest, decent person. And King Lear is like, okay, who's gonna take her? And Burgundy is like, all right, I just want what was promised to me, which was her plus her dowry. And King Lear's like, she doesn't have a dowry anymore. And he's like, well, then I'm out, I'm done. And the Duke of France steps up and says, fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon, be it lawful I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find. So it's lovely and sweet, and he comes up and you know, his whole point is that she is a prize in and of herself. She doesn't need to come with a dowry. He will happily take her, which, you know, because women were possessions, not, but she has been disowned and sort of banished alongside Kent. So she goes off to marry the King of France. After the Duke of France finishes this little tidbit, King Lear is like, okay, done, Burgundy, let's go get a drink, and they leave. France tells Cordelia that she should say goodbye to her sisters, which she does, and she's like, watch out, you two, because these things that you're doing are going to come back and haunt you, and by the way, also please take care of Dad. And they're like, yeah, good luck go being French. And then they leave, and then we're left with just Regan and Goneril left on the stage, and the two of them have a little powwow where they're like, was it just me, or is Dad being really weird? And I think that this portends really bad things. If he would do the things to Cordelia that he just did to Cordelia, and to Kent that he just did to Kent, like, we got to keep an eye on him, like. And it's decided that King Lear is going to go to Goneril's house first for the first month, because if you remember, he's going to stay a month with each daughter, and he has this train of 100 knights that are going to go with him. He's going to stay first at Goneril's, and then he'll go to Regan's. And the two sisters decide that they are going to stay in touch about his behavior, and if he does anything out of line, they are not standing for it. So, big first scene. Lots of stuff happens in this first scene. A lot of it's sort of exposition, but it's emotional exposition. It takes us to some funky places. So anyway, King Lear is off to enjoy his retirement, and we will see as the play progresses if he gets to do so. I'll see you tomorrow for more.